Okay, time to go back out to the front. Out to the front for the first time, actually. See what we can do about the weeds along the sidewalk. How's this supposed to work? Maybe not so much. Let's try a little further along. See what we're doing a little better. Of course, now we're in the sun and I should probably put on sunscreen. If we just run it all the way along, we'll then be able to just lift up the whole hunk of weeds at once. Get them out of here. Maybe it'll just push them under the fence. Nice. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. That might work. Nope. Under the fence or over the fence? Normally I'd just mow these guys down with a lawnmower, but because they're close to the fence, I'll get them all. Things you notice when you remove a lot of plants. Plants hold dirt in place, so now there's all this loose dirt. Let's see if I can sweep some of that up. Okay, I think that's done. next most visible weeds are the weeds that are right in front of the house. Now my parents kindly got rid of a bunch of the ones that were right here, but there's still a bunch over there, so I think that's where I'm headed. These are sunchokes. Don't want to lose these. I hope if the city does come by and decide to weed, they understand that these are not weeds. I'm going to have these are weeds. Virginia creeper. More Virginia creeper. Oh look. Volunteer raspberries. Well, if they want to grow here, I'm not going to stop them. So I think I got a couple more waste trees to deal with over here. Okay, mulberry, I know you really want to grow there, but I'm going to finally get it. This is not the first time I finally got rid of you. There are also some weeds along the house on this side. I'm going to pull those out next. Where some of these weeds are trees. I didn't get all that mulberry, did I? Gorilla Super Glue. I usually just mow this down. I have a feeling that won't be enough for the city of Minneapolis. We've got some Virginia creeper kind of set up shop over here too. This is actually edible. We tried a little. It's pretty bitter. I think it depends on where it's grown very much, whether it's really tasty. And of course, if it's bitter, you probably don't want to eat it. Tree. A lot of maple seeds end up falling here from the silver maple over there. So this definitely is edible. Not supposed to eat too much of it. It has like salic acid in it. Kind of lemony. But if we have so much of it, there's really no point in saving any. It would not be hard for me to find as much as I could comfortably use, even though I'm pulling so much of it out. Oh, there's even more behind rain barrel. This rain barrel is kind of immobile. It's just not strong enough to hold the water as you move it. Lots and lots of probably American elm. Never been able to kill this little tree off here. Keep sending out more branches and leaves. I'll give it another try today and see what we can do. I'll bring the camera over so you can see what I'm doing. Other kind of branching plant tree thing. Shrub or tree. Cut it off near the roots and hope it doesn't come back. This is a female grapevine. I like to keep this. Yeah, there's some weeds. That's nightshade. By which I mean generic, not poison. It might be poison, but there are lots of nightshades. Tomatoes are nightshades, so you can say. Yeah, and as you can see, there's some grapes on it. Well, I don't know if you can see them. There they are. Grapes. Some green. More oxalis. Well, I suspect the reason we have so much oxalis is the first year I found it was edible. I didn't pull any up. I just let it all grow and flower and seed. So now we have all the oxalis we'd ever want. Kind of working in and out of the shade, and I think it's probably time for me to go in if I don't want to get some more sunburn. So, bye for now. I'll be mowing lawn later this evening. So, in here is an electric battery powered mower that I borrowed from a friend. Good thing he didn't need it this week to make his lawn up to date. So, can't get the lock open, then I won't be. There we go. But he says that this will run for an hour and a half on one charge of the battery. I don't know if this battery is fully charged, but I kind of doubt that it'll do that with my lawn, but we'll see. I've never owned a nice new mower like this before. I've never used one, so who knows. Looks like this mower is actually set a bit lower than mine, which I suppose is good in the long run. I'm sure mine would cut it short enough for the city, and I'm not going to mess with the settings on his mower. I have mine set to the highest in the hopes that I get to mow the most of my yard with it. Of course, that means it doesn't set the yard back as far in terms of growth. Looks like most of the action now is going to be that way, so I'm going to turn you a bit. My initial impressions of this mower are that it's the heaviest mower I've ever pushed. The battery is a lot heavier than the gas motor on the other one was, and it's, I guess, if you want it to run for an hour and a half, it's at least 2 to 3 times heavier than mine. So I guess that's what you pay. Notice there's a little display on the handle of this that has some lights on it. According to the lights, I've already used up half the charge. Now, I wasn't paying attention in the beginning, so for all I know, it wasn't that well charged to begin with. It's wider than my mower, harder to maneuver. There's a lot more of my lawn that I couldn't get to with a mower this big. Certainly not as easily. Well, now I have mowed both lawns at least once since the request came in to mow both lawns. The lawn next door was what I mowed first, and it's starting to look a little scraggly again, so I bet I have to mow it again. So I'm headed over there now. Time to move you so you can see what's going on better. Caught something in the blades. So now, I'll go that way. Now you may wonder why I keep so many of these trees, as I'm ducking under all of these tree limbs, I keep so many of these low tree limbs on these trees. Well, for the fruit trees, I want to be able to pick the fruit, so that's one thing. Also, the apple and the crabapple tree, I'm pretty sure, are dwarf trees, so they're supposed to have limbs low down. I don't want to deprive them of photosynthesis. And in fact, in general, there are a lot of young trees here that we've planted since the tornado, a lot of trees that were damaged by the tornado, and I want them to have all the leaves that they're going to have. I don't want to be pruning them until, I'm pretty sure that they've recovered. Now, my mower will fit between these trees and go in amongst here. So I may just wait and do this tomorrow because this one seems like it's having a little trouble fitting in the spaces. Let's see if this bad boy can chew up all of those thistles that I pulled up earlier today. Alrighty, time to head around front. They specified the boulevard needed to be mowed. Now, I've already mowed the boulevard once, but like I said, that was shortly after I got the notice, because I've been working on the lawn pretty much straight from then until now. I didn't get that one recorded, because we hadn't actually got the notice, read it yet. But, I knew I was behind in mowing the lawn. I knew I might eventually get a notice, so I had done the boulevard once before, but it's kind of looking like it needs some again, so here we go again. turn. Starting occasionally to get a little yellow light here come on, so I'm guessing it's almost out of juice. Well, it's getting out of juice. It's not. The red light is 0%. The orange light is, I guess, 25. It's not labeled, but it's between 50 and 0. Alrighty, well, that's all I got time for this evening. Got some other stuff to do. So tomorrow is the day. City shows up. We'll see what they say. I'll probably be pulling some more weeds tomorrow morning. See you then.